Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Sphere community. This is your Goddess Guru, Tirra-Omilade, here to share a word of inspiration with you on your path to self-realization and self-mastery. I love helping women, my sisters, align with their life purpose using ancient wisdom so that they confidently and courageously live the amazing lives they know they deserve. How are you this evening? All of my family. I know some of the brothers are out there, so I'm not forgetting about y'all. It's just, yeah, I know my calling. So welcome to the sisters. Welcome to the brothers who are here. Hello, my dear sister Azizi. How are you? Glad you're here early. This is making me crazy. What is this? I put this up earlier, working on some goals. So yeah, I just wanted to come on this evening like I always do on Fridays. Hey, how are you, Jasmine? I will be back for the inner circle on Monday. Don't y'all even worry about that. Inner circle, I got you. I got you, inner circle. I miss y'all too. It does feel like something it's just been off this week, not doing the inner circle meeting. I did have a fabulous time. Keisha, I was hoping to see you. Hey, sis. Welcome. Welcome to the sister, Keisha. But yeah, I was like, so y'all, let me tell y'all, to have a child or a young person, a young adult, well, he's my child, at an academy, a military academy. My older son is at the Coast Guard Academy. It is one of the hardest things I think a young person um, can commit to. You know, there's the other ones like West Point and Navy and Air Force, and yeah, it's a really challenging trek. And so, you know, Parents Weekend is like something we live for. Those of us who are part of Parents Weekend, and so y'all, I'm going to share a video with you all in the inner circle and I will share with everybody, but it's a video that's actually private for parents. So I can't share it publicly with everybody, but I had asked the inner circle members, you know, forgive me, won't be there on Monday for our typical meeting because of my son, but I want y'all to see him. Y'all will be so proud of him. He's your child too. He's everybody's. He's everybody's. Okay. So what I wanted to do is get on today. So like I had so much hope and it's still hope. I want us to take this time to understand that we've been through a rough little patch. And so this patch now through about next Thursday is just more gentle. More gentle energy, especially when we're talking astrology, way more gentle. And so I was like hoping that everybody was going to get on and just be like, we see the light, sister. We see the light. It's good. It's good. But if you feel like me, it's like, no, I'm gonna have to go look for these blessings. Okay. Hi, Tara. I think it's Tara. Um, I want us to vent. I want y'all to vent, and you don't have to give details, but you can just go on and on and on in the chat. Even if you're watching this in replay, I want you to go on ahead and put out there, this is what's frustrating me, because we are so programmed to be like, don't you complain, that's a sign of weakness. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm glad your arm is getting better, Azizi. um you know, we're like not given permission, especially as women. And then I know Black women, we really feel this way. Like you really have to just suck so much up. But I really do think, excuse me, it's something that women in general struggle with, is not feeling okay to say, this has been hard. I'm really struggling. And so I said, today is that day where you can come on and say it's been rough, if it's been rough for you. Now, if it has not been rough for you, then I want you to hold space for those who've had a little bit rough. And then the way we're going to tie this up is we're going to also share what we are grateful for. We're going to, as Alex Haley said it, one of my favorite quotes, find the good and praise it. Because where we are right now energetically is blessed energy. And the way I describe it in the inner circle is it's always for 2020. There's never, ever really a time where we just feel like, oh man, everything's great. Like all the time, those days are not a part of 2020. I'm not saying they're gone. I'm just saying 2020 has not been one of those years. Okay. There's always something playing in the background. Even when the energy is easy, like it is, I'm talking astrology, even when the energy is easy. The other thing is in the numerology, it's a 5 month because we're in a 4 year, which is about the foundation and working hard. It for so much, in my opinion, corresponds with this Capricorn energy that has been reigning supreme for a couple of years now. Like it was all up in 2019. 2019 was definitely a Capricorn year, a Capricorn intense year. And just really, it's a restructure. We're all getting restructured. We're all getting, like a whole new thing in place. Well, it's like being a part of the Wild Wild West right now. And so we're in a 5 month. And when we talk numerology, 5 is the energy of adventure and freedom. And so I just want us to think about, and y'all tell me what y'all think about this because I'm just flowing and channeling. I prepared very little today. Let me not say I prepared nothing. I prepared very little because I just wanted us to get on and chat. Sometimes it's like I don't want to just talk at you. I want to talk with you. And so what I'm thinking is, y'all remember reading about what it was like back in the day when everything was new for those of us who live here in the United States, and maybe even those who live in the islands, because I know some of y'all are from the islands. When we think about people who came from other places, however that happened, coming to a new place, that was something that was a number 5 right there. That's 5 energy. That's wild, wild west energy. That's, you just look before you and you're like, I just got to figure out how to make this thing happen. Right. That's what I think this month has been for a lot of us. It's just like, for real. Like we keep thinking, okay, there's no more. I was like, good up until about September. And that's when I started saying, whew, I'm getting fatigued. And I feel that fatigue this month. It's not that I give up or anything like that. It's just like, I've got to be very mindful. And I encourage you to do the same. Be very mindful of managing your energy. That's something I talked about this week in the Wise Woman Healing Circle, managing our energy, like being mindful. That's what I'm saying. Y'all tell me. Hello, how are you? Thank you, bless you. Y'all tell me how you're feeling. Tell me how you're feeling. Wait a minute, hold up. I've been off this week. Yep. Mother-in-law passed and I'm not near my sister. Oh, yes, I am sorry to hear that, Jasmine. Gastro infection and made you worry since you're not there with her. Heart weak. Yes, like we need to be able to come on here and just be like, oh my God. Oh, I just need to get this out. That's part of managing our energy, releasing the stress. And sometimes, and maybe what you could do is go write in your journal, sometimes we just need to get it out. And because that's part of managing our energy. Because tell me how you feel when you don't manage your energy. You feeling stressed. Y'all tell me what it feels like. How do you act? Y'all go ahead and put it in the comments. How do you act when you're feeling that stress, right? And so, yeah, it will make us, it won't feel good. And if we get too used to it, which is something I think is a potential like period for women, but also for 2020. Those of us living in through 2020, we just get used to it. It's like, this is just how I feel. It doesn't even feel abnormal, right? And so this is why, every day we wake up and it's like, let me check in. Let me ask y'all to do that right now. Check in with your body. And I'm not even asking you to do anything about it, because I know sometimes it's overwhelming to think, oh yeah, something's wrong and then I got to do something. I'm just asking you to check in and just acknowledge how you feel. Let's take a deep breath right here. Inhale and exhale. Good job. Let's take one more deep breath in. Inhale and exhale. Good job. Let's take our hands over our heart and just hold yourself. Hold yourself. I, for one, and you can let me know if you're like me, I, for one, definitely feel stress in my heart chakra. And our one of the things I shared this week in the Wise Women Healing Circle is that this fourth chakra is one of our most important chakras as feminine beings, because it's a feminine chakra. And so, it like unites our higher self with our lower self. And so I think it's so important for us to make sure that we nurture and hold ourselves. And when you put your hands right here, it's that self-nurturance. You can take some deep breaths, I'm going to ask everybody to say a prayer for Jasmine's mom, who has a gastro infection. I just give thanks right here, right now. I'm asking for the energies of healing, whichever ones are the ones that are best suited to touch Jasmine's mom and to help her step into the healing vibration of back into her birthright of health. May she be restored. We give you thanks. We give you thanks. We just surround her with beautiful golden white light, and we hold her we engulf her in a beautiful bubble, pink and blue light. May her spirit feel held by the great divine. May the ancestors stand and be there with her to help her to understand how to step back into that vibration of health, be it body, mind, spirit, emotions. And we give thanks right here, right now. As a matter of fact, we see Jasmine's mom heal. We see Jasmine making a post right now that, oh my gosh, she is so excited. We see this. Her mom is healed. Her mom is better. Her mom is up and moving around. She's doing great. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks. Thank y'all for praying for her. And we're also praying for Jasmine's sister. May her heart be held as she goes through this very difficult time. May her heart be held as she goes through this very difficult time. We surround her also with the bubble of pink and blue light. And we give thanks that Azizi is feeling better. That arm is feeling so amazing. Azizi doesn't even remember that she struggled with this arm. We give thanks right here, right now, for the healing energies that are perfect for healing Azizi's arm, wherever this is coming from, body, mind, spirit, emotions. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks. Let me see here. Tense week, but grateful for my family and friends. Ashe, Keisha. Ashe. Yes. Feeling intense and anxious. When I'm off, you feel pissed for no reason. I get that, Azizi. And also ultra critical of the self. Yeah. And so, like, in a way, I like pissed over depression, because what is that? The emotional guidance scale that we hear from Abraham Hicks, it says, when you get pissed off, you better than being at depressed. I remember just being depressed for so many years. And then when I got mad, I was like, okay, cool. At least I know I'm moving up, right? But of course, that's a vibration that's an indication of like, okay, what am I thinking? And then it goes to, the ultra critical self. And so this is why it's so important. It's like, okay, all right, I know I came here And so what I'm going to do is, what is it that we could do? If we are experiencing, however it shows up for you, what Azizi has described for herself, when we go there, then we have to make that choice. That was something I said I wanted to do with you all. I'm going to see if I can get this pulled up. But for the Goddess Body Mind Spirit community, one of the energies that spoke this year is Obara, the Odu Obara. And I love Obara. Obara is like one of the primary Odu that I work with, because it's so much in line with Shango, which is an energy that I work with. And so one of the things that Shango is all about is understanding that we live by choice. And this Obara Odu is all about dismantling the ego. And it's about, really, because of course it goes back to Haru. I'll mix everything up, y'all. So Haru says that we have to be cautious of living according to our emotions. And so what that means is you always choose. It's always a choice. No matter how you feel, just tell yourself, I am going to make the choice to feel this way. Now, I know we get caught up. Stuff happens. I'm not talking about when we get caught off or whatever. It's just for this day-to-day thing and living with stress or whatever. It's like, okay, I'm now aware that this is how I'm feeling. And so, I need to take myself in a different place so that I can make sure I'm moving in a direction I want to go. How we feel is, we are emotional beings, and to feel the whole gamut of emotions is to be human. It's like when we leave here, trust me, that's gone. Natalia, I'll let you know. I need to look at the recordings and see, are they like replay worthy? But don't worry about it. Other opportunities will be there. So yeah, I missed you being there, but I appreciate you. Okay, let's see here. I grew up in trauma, PTSD as a result, got diagnosed with Crohn's disease as a teen. Overall, I'm relatively aware of myself and my downfalls, but fall victim to constantly being used to the pain. Yes, I get that. I really do. I have been there. And so, this is why we do our spiritual work, is once we recognize what's going on, we can do something about it. We can take steps. And I say, as long as we begin to see that we are just one click better, like I handled this one click better. Yeah, that's really how I have worked with the Orisha. I talked about it this week. I think it had to have been in the healing circle, because it's the only thing I've done this week. And that is, when I first started working with the Orisha or Eshu, that is one Orisha I love. I adore. And several of the sisters who attended the healing circles this week, they were raving about Eshu also. And my way of working with those Eshu is, this one of the things that I think is consistent in Ifa, at least here in the diaspora. I'm not sure about over on the continent of Africa, but here in the diaspora, they talk about Eshu being all about Iwapele. And so when we stand at the crossroads, we get to see, where are we in Iwapele? What is Iwapele? It is, hey, CB pal. I'm good, nephew. It is good character. It is good character. And so what I struggled with at one point is, I always had good intentions, but I didn't always say what I meant. Right. One of the worst things, and I do my best not to feel bad about this because I don't do this anymore, period. But saying one thing, like committing to something and then not doing it, I was like, I lack integrity. People can't trust me for my word. I'm constantly like overcommitting myself to things. And when I do it, it's like, I don't want to let them down. So I'm going to say I'm going to do it. This was like in my 20s. I don't Really want to do this. I'm not sure if I can do this, but I don't want to let them down. So I'm going to say, yes, of course. And then, of course, it didn't work out. And so what I started doing was I would visualize the crossroads, and I would see myself standing at the crossroads with Eshu, and I would just say, how am I doing? As I began to make different choices in terms of my integrity. Say what I mean. Don't mix my words up. Don't say yes when I mean no. And doggone it, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. That's who I am. That's my good character, right? And if I could just see, maybe it used to be 10 times I would say yes when I really meant no. But now I go stand at the roads with Eshu in my mind at the crossroads. Or maybe I go stand at the crossroads somewhere, go park my car at a crossroads somewhere and just meditate with the energy of Eshu at those crossroads. And I would say, how am I doing? How am I doing? One click better. One click better was a win for me, right? Sometimes it's you just get better one step at a time. But then it goes back to compound effect. I got it, Azizi. Compound effect by Darren Hardy, which is to me, like one of the best concepts. This way of understanding, you do just a little bit over and over and over and over and over. It compounds eventually. It compounds and it builds to something potentially better than you could imagine. Because I can tell you, making that choice to say, you know what, even if they don't like what I say or whatever. And what I began to realize is when I said no and I meant no, people were just like, okay. Or when I said no and people didn't like my answer, I just held my ground. And eventually I was like, oh, it's not the boogeyman. Nobody's going to come out and get me. Okay. And now I'm very consistent. If I can do it, I will do it. I will. If I end up bleeding, because I said I was going to do something for you, I'm not backing down. If I can't do it, I'm going to tell you, I'm sorry. I'm telling you right here, right now, I can't do it. I'm not going to be able to show up for you like that. You're going to have to go find somebody else. And I can tell you another way I learned this lesson was other folks started doing it to me. I'm like, oh my God, this is like, I cannot be like this. And so it's just over time, take that one step at a time of getting better. You're welcome. I'm doing good, Carlton. How are you doing? Yes, Abraham Hicks. Good, Bohemian Belle. I love this. I've been implementing choice when feeling, mostly when I'm playing video games against others. It's the simplest way to do it for me. If I'm not getting in the flow, I step back and reset. I love that. It helps my game every time. I think gaming is so good. Yeah. Feeling like it's a perpetual Groundhog Day dealing with demons. Yeah, it can be rough. The good news is, though, that, we have so many tools that we can use nowadays. So let's go into gratitude. Let's go into gratitude now. And I saw, some of you all expressing things that you were grateful for. I show up for others, but not for myself. Choosing to work on this. Yes, asking Eshua Legba for help. And also Yemanja. I love this energy of Yemanja because her thing is always show up for you first. I don't care what nobody said. This is what Yemanja has taught me. Show up for you and your family first. Take care of home first. Period. But yeah, y'all, let me know give me something good that has happened this week. Let's shift into gratitude. I can tell you it's been a rough week a little bit, but it's so internal. That's the way retrograde energy is. It's so internal. I think a lot of us, just hearing from you all, is so much internally. And so today I got a message from somebody. I thought there had been a miscommunication in some kind of way. And I didn't say anything. I just, I'm a lover, not a fighter. So I didn't say anything. I just sort of backed away. And the person was like, "Oh, I was not talking to you. I just want to let you know that." And she did not have to say anything to me. There was no riff, nothing, but she must be, she's reading energy. So I was like, that was a gift. That was a gift because it had sort of made me feel some kind of way. Oh, good. Yay. Jasmine. She says, my mom says her stomach feels much better. I'm grateful. Woo. Nice. Nice. Anybody else? What are you grateful for? List at least one thing. And I want you to really feel that vibration. That's another thing about gratitude. Feel that vibration. Or if you saw some good news this week of some sort, tell me something that you heard good that happened to somebody else this week. We have to train our brains. And this might be something to think about. Miss Bohemian Belle, BB. To train our brains to look for things that are good. This is why we do gratitude work every day. Some kind of way is a great expression. Oh yeah, some kind of way. Yeah, when we don't know what else to say, we know our sisters are gonna understand when we say, I was feeling some kind of way about this. I was feeling some kind of way. So yeah, I agree. One of my dear friends said nothing was found after her biopsy. Ashe. Okay, Azizi, I see you. I prayed over her in her womb. Ashe. That's right. We all healers. All of us are healers. Got in the mindset to go on a walk with my 3-year-old. Oh, what a beautiful thing. 3-year-olds. Oh my God. It was twilight time. Beautiful moon, and Mars was in the sky. My goodness, that is one of my favorite times of the day. That's what it is happening. We're approaching twilight for me right now. I adore twilight. I always just feel so alive at twilight. So I'm happy for you. Oh, y'all, I heard one of my friends is pregnant. This lady just turned 40, and she's like my little sister. And so she sent me word that she's pregnant. I've seen so many people have babies this year. I'm like, these babies just give me so much hope. It just makes me feel so happy to see these babies. Y'all got a lot of Pisces energy, so I love the babies. So V says sending energy to the universe often will make the universe angry. Okay. What do you mean by that? Let's see here. I found Ella. Okay. Ah, yeah. Tara got an unexpected bonus. Ashe being able to pay it forward. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my God. This is just, I'm feeling so good. Ellen, what's up, priestess? Woot, woot. Yes, Twilight on Thursday and Saturday's nights are the most energetic for me. I love it. Beautiful. Y'all got me. I'm good now. I'm good. All right, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna do an affirmation for us. How many should I pull? 2, 3? How many should I pull? Let's be abundant. Let's pull 3. Here's the first one for you. I am extraordinary. Yes, you are. I pulled this one this week, I think. I own my greatness and am so much more than ordinary. How does that feel in you when you hear that? I am extraordinary. Let's type that in. Azizi said 3. Secure the bag. I love it. Keisha said 2. All right. So we'll start off with 2 and then we'll hit 3. 2 and 3. It's all together. Okay. I am extraordinary. How does that feel in your body? I am extraordinary. When I feel it in my body, it's like I feel expansive and I get beyond maybe, like talking about Azizi with that inner critic. It's like inner critic gone. Y'all know what I call my inner critic. When she not right, I call her negative Nancy. When she acting right, because I sort of trust her on certain things, she's Nan. How do you feel in your body when you hear I am extraordinary? Ah, thank you, Bohemian Belle. Mwah. Me too. I'm loving this stream too. Yes. Okay. ZZ, powerful, special, unique. Yes. Powerful, special, unique. These are the things that we can embody. When you hear that critic come up, powerful, special, and unique. And you gotta challenge that critic. You can't just let the critic, how they talk about, take up space rent free in our minds. No, like, oh, hold up. You're gonna sit up here and criticize me. This is what I've been telling negative Nancy. I've been like, are you on my side or are you against me? Like, why are you acting like this? You are disrespecting me. Like, you treating me worse than the people in the streets treat me. And she's like, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. You being negative Nancy right now. She don't like that. And so we can, challenge it. Powerful, special, unique. Keisha says valuable. My gosh, I feel that. Valuable. I think that's like a core need. I don't know if the need is the right word, but it's definitely a desire that we have to understand our inherent value and to operate according to it. And that, so we're all giving each other words that we can use when we're feeling less than. You know what? I'm extraordinary and I'm valuable. And then begin to think about how you are valuable, right? It's like we got to train our subconscious. We've got to train our beingness to go in the direction of that which is good. Because I'm going to tell y'all, and I know y'all already know this, what good is. What I mean, like, we beat up on ourselves. What is it gonna do? What has it done? It's never really helped me. I thought it was, but no. Jasmine says light. I like that. Like a weight lifted. And it's actually sort of how this card looks. It's like you just go out into the cosmos and you become one with the great divine consciousness. Have y'all ever experienced that transcendent feeling? I love it when I allow myself to get so transcendent. It's like being the water being poured into the ocean. There's no differentiation. Terra, powerful and strong. These are the vibrations that we work to call to ourselves on a day-by-day basis. Y'all know it's Oshun's Day, Friday. And I like calling Oshun the shapeshifter. And so these are the ways that we can shapeshift ourselves. Yes. I am extraordinary. I'm unlimited, transmutive, even. Yes. And so, powerful and strong. And I said that already. So yeah, these are the things that we do day in and day out to make sure that we, yes, to make sure that we, that we really and truly align ourselves with this on a day-by-day basis. It goes back to what I talked about with Shango, aligning ourselves by choice. That's really, at the end of the day, how anything is going to happen in our lives. We will make the choice. We live by choice. Let me pull the next card. Ooh, I am present. I am present. How does that feel in you when you're being present? How do you bring yourself into the present moment? One of my coaches taught, you should only be about, like, because a lot of us are very away, motivated. We're either in the future or we're hanging back in the past. And a lot of us don't actually live in the moment. If we think about what is our focus on, our ashe, that's what I like calling it. What is our ashe focusing on? What is it being channeled into? Is it being channeled into something in the past? Is it being channeled into something in the future? The more we channel our ashe into the present moment and we sit in our ashe in the present moment, then what ends up happening is um, a lot of that worry, it dissipates. It dissipates. And so I am present. I breathe into this perfect moment without fear of the future or regret of the past. It truly the now moment. I need this right now, y'all. Woo. Truly the now moment is where the possibility exists, because this is the moment that we have to make choices. So we can make choices that anticipate the future. We can make choices based on the past. But honestly, the only real impact we make is on the present moment. And so the more we are present, the more we open ourselves to the possibilities that we have before us. It's easier to make a choice about what's the next step I'm going to take right here, right now. Like, I know there's a timeline out ahead of me, but the only way I get to that goal, that intention, that expected outcome is take a step right here, right now. Right? So I am present. Let me see what y'all saying. Okay. I am present, centered, light, and hopeful. Ashe. Yes. Yes. How it, for those who do a good job, like you're feeling like you are mastering the ability to stay present in the moment, how do you stay present in the moment? While the present can't feel dense. Exactly. The when we talk about this, all that you talked about in the extraordinary, with the extraordinary card, um, it was that's where we experience it right here, right now. Extraordinary, we experience those qualities. We have that experience in the here and now. And so for those who are able to say, oh, wait a minute, I'm in the future, or I'm too much in the past, let me bring myself in the now moment. How do you do that? How do you do that? Because it's going back. See, it's like the Orisha, the Neter, these spiritual principles they teach so much. Going back to Odu Obara, live by choice. It's the same energy as Heru. This is what Heru teaches in the Metuneta, or the Kemetic tradition, Egyptian tradition, is we're living by choice. And so it literally is, you choose, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Live present in the moment. And I will have tools that I can use to bring me present in the moment. And I can tell y'all, I know, we all know, let me say it this way. We all know that part of spirituality is the body. I have never read anything, any high spiritual philosophy, nothing, spiritual text that doesn't give some emphasis or focus on the body. The body temple is part of our being, it's a powerhouse. It embodies actually the energy of infinite wisdom and potential. If you think about, your heart is beating without you making it beat, just all the bodily functions that we don't run. That is the infinite potential of the universe. And so, getting tools, putting tools in place that you can use to just simply bring yourself back into your body. That's one of the things I actually have mentioned in the inner circle. There's an energy, Cheek Chan, that spoke this month in the energies in the inner circle. And Cheek Chan says, you really got to get into your body. You do your best to not like trance out, and how we do things to like numb ourselves, but instead get into the body to bring yourself in the now moment, right? The body has so much information. Okay, let's see here. Stay in the body, follow the breath and the senses. I love that. I need to work on that. I'm always in the past or daydreaming about the future. I need to focus on the present. And one of the things, and I hope others tell me what you feel, one of the things that I've learned, Jasmine, is the more we stay in the present moment, we feel more empowered because we know absolutely the very next step I can take in this moment, even if it's I'm so frustrated and I feel depressed or I feel anxious and I said I was going to do A, but I didn't do A or whatever. Even with all of that going on, we can say, you know what, though, right now I can make a decision about what I'm going to do. Right now I can make that decision and I shall. And so you can say, you know what, I'm just going to work out for 5 minutes. Or, you know what, I know my mind is racing because I have that too, Jasmine. I will tell myself, I will have a plan. I'm going to listen to this. I have a list of things I listen to. And as soon, and it's all about presence. It's not to say my mind is not going to race. It is, I am present. And a lot of times I can feel it in my body because I'm like, why am I feeling so stressed? Oh, I'm thinking about a whole bunch of stuff right now. And I'm telling you, I have that brain that just like goes down a rabbit hole. It's like, I sometimes say to myself, how did I even get to this point that I'm thinking about this? Right. And so then I'll say, okay, I said when this happened, I would listen to, psh, and then when I put it in my ear, I will focus my mind. I will say, I will hold on to every word this person says. And of course, it's something that is positive for my spirit, is positive for my soul. So yeah, that's the beauty. You saying that. I noticed recently, I'm really bad about constantly holding my breath, even when not stressed. Wow. Good one. Good thing to notice. And so now we know when, as soon as you catch yourself, because it's not like maybe sometimes this stuff can just go away like tomorrow, but typically we have to sort of like walk it out. It's like back that thing up, right? Back ourselves up out of this. It's like, oh, I'm not holding my breath. And I love putting my hands on my heart because there's something really calming about that and doing the deep breath. And maybe it's that embodiment piece. I've been hearing people use that a lot. Have y'all embodiment? I stay present. This is from Keisha, by engaging in my special talent. I love that. Drawing, writing. I also take a walk and listen to music. And I plan on, y'all, I'm going to create a post. Well, I can put it on both Facebook and Instagram. Keisha's poetry is so gorgeous. And she's not just writing it. She has a SoundCloud. And Keisha, feel free to drop it in the comments and I'll repost it to YouTube. But such empowering, beautiful poetry. So I encourage you, you can find Keisha on Instagram at Keisha Gay Anderson, I think is what it is. Keisha, tell me if I'm wrong. I think it's your whole name, right? Anderson on Instagram. Her poetry is beautiful, and that's so artsy. Like for those of us who are artsy, that's the other thing. So let me know, are you artsy? What is your art form? Everybody got an art form. Everybody got an art form. I'm gonna tell my kids, live in the present. I'm still working on it. That's how we do it, Tara. That's how we do it. But at least you know. At least you know. You telling your kids right. Do as I say, not as I do. I love it. I love that, Joey. Just do our best. That's actually one of the things I've been going by this week. Don Miguel Ruiz. Do your best. Yeah. Have I pulled a second card? What did I pull? Okay. Oh, yeah, I did. Here we go. I put on present. That's how we're on this whole conversation. Okay, see, that's why my altar's in the closet. Can't worry if you can't see your circumstances, can't drift off if that space is all you have. Yes, 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 yes. Meditate in the closet. You know, the closet is actually in. I heard one astrology teacher describe. I think it was the eighth house as the closet, or maybe the eighth house is the bedroom, the 12th house is the closet. The closet is real. I think there's spiritual energy in all spaces because we all know. Tell me where do y'all connect with Yemanja? You are welcome, Keisha. Yes, oh man. Keisha Gay Anderson on Instagram. Okay, very good. Very good. Y'all look her up. And she's even reading poetry there. It will heal your soul. It will heal your soul. Okay, so bohemian, music, graphics, design, singing, pottery. Yes. I actually agree with Keisha for myself. When I work my art, sometimes it might be dancing, but this is the year I have figured out really what I am is a creative, which may not all the time be like artsy. When people think about dance, that's something that I've done, for a living. But I'm more of a creative. It's like I just get downloads of stuff. I'm like, where did that come from? That is so creative. But it might be about any topic. I might be hearing somebody say something about what they're doing, and it's like this creative idea all of a sudden just pops up in my head. Okay, dance will be my art form. Yes. Azizi has been sharing, because I put in the inner circle this week, we should consider working with the drums. I forgot what made me say that, actually. I don't know why I said that, but listening to drumming. And so she sent me a few videos where there's some drumming, and oh my gosh. I was like, wow. Something about that drum, it just heals your soul. Okay, very good, Keisha. Very good. Yemaja. Yemaya. I know some people say Yemaya. Oshun. Nice, nice, nice. Saturn is in Aquarius, so you will be having a Saturn return soon. Are you ready, my sister? My natal Saturn is in Aquarius in the 8th house. Okay. I started my whole journey around the time my Saturn return started. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, especially with that 8th house. So spiritual. Saturn in the 8th house is actually pretty good, because Saturn is like, you know what? Bohemian Belle, if we need to fix something, we're going to fix this thing. We're going to get this thing fixed. We're going to get you through this, sister. We're going to hold this thing down. Okay. Yes. Paint, art, gemstones. Aquarian tea. I love Gaia root chakra drumming. Okay. You know what? That's something we need to do. Maybe that's how I'll transform my dance, because I really have just been feeling like, I don't know. I have a mental block. I dance around my house, but when I think about teaching dance, I get a mental block, because it's just been a source of stress to a certain degree, especially on my body more than anything. But when I think about dancing and helping to connect it to the chakra or the chakra system, now that I can get down with. I can get down with drumming to align the chakras. So y'all be looking for that. Y'all be looking for that. That's what's up. Why did my Saturn return have to start with 2020? It definitely feels like that. Oya was who came to me, okay, at the start of my return. I can believe that with the 8th house. I relate the 8th house to Oya. Woo! Which is how I found this channel. Boom, 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 boom. I wish I had the little cartoon heart beating. Oh, that makes me feel so good. I love Oya. Oh my gosh. Okay, Azizi is going to dance with me. Who else is going to dance with me and Azizi? Who else? Okay. Okay, last card, y'all. This is a good one. It's upside down. I am forgiving. Is there somebody out there that you need to forgive? Might be yourself. I carry no resentment through life, only love. I am forgiving. Oh, y'all, I'm gonna come back to I'm forgiving, but happy Scorpio season, y'all. How did this chick forget that? I so badly wanted to post it yesterday, but you know, doing the webinar, I just was like totally caught up with that. Plus, it wasn't Scorpio season until in the evening. Happy Scorpio season out there. Mm, 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 mm. Yes. Yes. Scorpio rising right here. Uh, uh. It's our time, Scorpios. All right. Everybody else been doing what they want to do. They've been walking around strutting their stuff like peacocks. It's our time. It's our time, Scorpios. Happy birthday to all the Scorpios out there. So yes. We're in Scorpio season, y'all. We're in Scorpio season. And so I've been going through that Native American book. I'm really getting into this medicine wheel concept. I love I love nature so much. And so it resonates with me just deeply. And the moon that we're going to experience, and it's a little cold. Where is this moon? I can't remember the name of the moon, but it has to do with something. The word cold is in it, and the animal totem that's related to this, and it started today, is when this new cycle started within the medicine wheel tradition of the Native Americans. We honor the Native Americans of this land. We honor you. We send you light. We send you love, healing. But I was like, the snake really, I thought the snake would be the east, but they have it related to this energy of the West, and it has to do with the shedding. Oh, and that brings us back to I am forgiving. So yeah, what is it that we want to shed? Of course, my God. And it's so weird because one of the authors, I think both of the authors, at least one, was like, let me explain something to y'all. This ain't astrology. It might be some correlations, but this is not astrology. It's a whole different tradition. I was like, all right, bruh, not a problem. But I don't care. When I see there's some correlations, I'm going to make them. Because that's just what I do. But it's so cool that it's the energy of the snake, which definitely, the snake is about transmutation. And, it is about that shedding. But when we think about Kundalini, even Oshun, my godmother, if y'all see a lot of the iconography that she deals with, her Oshun has a snake there. If we think about Vodun tradition, Dambala, this is about deep, profound wisdom. Serpent wisdom is what I've heard it to be. Like, to me, is Tantra? I would relate this to the energy of Tantra. Oh, that's right, because of Kundalini. To deep, profound, wisdom. And so I think that this energy of Scorpio, like going back to what Bohemian Belle said, why the frick did my Saturn return? And if you don't know what the Saturn return is, we have the Saturn on the day we were born, where it is in your chart. Let's say it was at degree number 1 in that sign on your chart. The transiting Saturn left that degree and has been traveling around the zodiac. And when it gets back to that natal position in your chart where that original Saturn is, that's called a Saturn return. Most people are going to get it at least twice. And, with the way people are living now, you can get it 3 times easily. But the first time around, the Saturn return is pretty rough. And so it's just a hard time. Typically, we're going to experience it anywhere from 27 to 30 years old. And you just get matured. You just get matured. And I just think that this whole 2020, it's like Are we experiencing a Saturn return? I don't even keep up with mundane astrology for those of y'all that know it, but oh no, we're experiencing a Pluto return in the United States, I think. But it's really given us an opportunity to shed and to restructure some stuff. Y'all, I know. Let's give thanks for what's one good thing that has come out of this year for you, right? Like, I feel like I'm reclaiming my health. And quite frankly, I don't know if I would be doing this every Friday if I hadn't been made to stay at home because I refuse to go teach fitness. I don't know if I would be doing this because I wasn't doing it before. I was trying, put this in quotes, trying to be consistent, but I was always in energy conservation mode. And now I just don't feel that way. And I get to show up for you all, and even more so for those who are in the inner circle, because we have, our Monday live stream and just constantly. There's some days for the inner circle, I'll make like 3 or 4 videos. I'm like, wow, that's the creative part that I'm talking about, y'all. Okay, let me see what y'all talking about. Oh, Maya is here. Forgiveness. Okay. Nice. Yes, Scorpio. I'm gonna need everybody to there's the other Scorpios. Yes, my Scorpios rising sisters. Okay. All right. Happy birthday to Bohemian Belle. She is a Scorpio sun. Give it up, y'all. Folks be talking about us Scorpios. I know we're intense. I know we super intense. But everybody needs a little bit of this intensity. It's how it keeps life spicy. All right. We can be crazy too, right? We can be crazy, but we're gonna be there for y'all. You never get rid of Scorpios unless they're just like, doing their little. We just know Scorpios, we special sometimes. All right, Libras, y'all, I love y'all. Y'all know I love and adore Libra. I go on and on and on about Libras. So, hello, Libras. Relax and release class next week. All right. Abayala is the true name of the Americas, meaning land of vital blood. Thank you for that, Maya. She is connected to this land. We'll just say it that way. Her ancestors. Saturn return equals midlife crisis. Mercury is in Scorpio. Yes. Yes. I typically just don't chat with people. Maybe if you send me an email, you can go to my website, goddessbodymindspirit.com, and maybe we can chat via email, but I don't typically talk to people on the phone or anything like that unless, typically the only time I talk live to people is like in my inner circle, or if we do a Zoom, or if I do a reading. So let's see here. Reclaiming your prosperity, much needed break, energy conservation mode. Yes, that's been me. Nice. Man, these lights got me on fire. New book, baby. But yes, but more so, spiritual path has become more clear. Ashe, Keisha, I love that. Yeah, new book for me, sis. Because I'm going to tell y'all, it was so amazing. I used to think every day, I've got to quit teaching at one of these places. And I knew it was going to be the local one, the one that was closest to me. Just because that was the last one I had taken on. I hadn't been there long. That's the one I told y'all about doing Venus retrograde. I took that job it was the first day of Venus retrograde when she was retrograde in Mars. And I kept just making like, please, Oshun, let this work out. Oshun, I'll do anything. Let this work out, because I had been at one other place and this thing was going to hell in a handbasket. It was over. I was like, this thing is dying. I've got to jump ship. And right when I did that, I got this call from a friend who was like, hey, I'm not going to be teaching here anymore. We need somebody to teach Zumba and bar, which I teach both. Do you want the position? I was like, yes. Went an interview, got hired on the spot. But I was like, ooh, it's Venus retrograde. I was just like, I just know, oh, she's gonna work it out. Oh, she's gonna work it out. It was like within the first 2 weeks, there was drama, right? Not bad drama. It worked out. My class was scheduled at the exact same time as another instructor's, and we taught a very similar format. I taught bar and she taught like total body conditioning. All her ladies, except for maybe 3, left her class to come take bar because they just wanted to give it a try. Woo! And then she was like, girl, I don't even want to teach that class. I have a full-time job. I don't even want to teach it. But I was like, okay, maybe this is Oshun. Oshun, this is the Venus retrograde piece. It's okay. But I just never felt right with that job. My knees always hurt after teaching Zumba in that room. And other people would say, is something wrong with this floor? And so right when the pandemic happened, they were like, don't come back. That was March. Around May, Tennessee decides it wants to open back up. So I was like, Tyra will not be opening back up with you all. Here's my resignation. It was almost to the day of the next Venus retrograde that I was done with that job. That's when I was like, see, these cycles is real. They show some stuff. And like Keisha said, new book, just letting that job go alone. I just was like, I have so much new life in me. I just feel so happy. And I just have been able to show up and do this. This is what I want to do. Yeah, this is what I want to do. So I'm feeling you, Keisha. Yes. Okay. Scorpio sun, moon. Okay. And Gemini rising. So Bohemian Belle, it's gonna be your time because you got the North Node in Gemini. So nice. Yes. Husband is Libra, sun, and moon. Okay, that's good for you because that's air matching your rising sign. Nice, everybody. Kima, hello. Just beginning ancestral journey, and I would love to start an altar. Thank you for your wisdom. May you be blessed. Oh, thank you with peace, love, and abundance. Ashe, I receive that. What we always teach, especially from the Ifa tradition, I don't know other traditions and how they do them. I just haven't studied it. But within the Ifa tradition, what I have found to work like a charm is set up a space and have a white sheet or a white cloth of some sort and put a white candle. And I like using tea light candles, but I say let it be a dedicated candle if you get one of the tower candles. And white is actually the best. From what I have been taught. And I would love to hear from other people because one of my goals is I'm not the only one that is the wisdom keeper, right? It's other people out here that know some stuff. Maya might be able to share some traditions from her people, or, it's people that got all kinds of ancestry. We all mixed up over here. And so, share with Kima, okay? Or Kima. And so you dedicate that candle. If it's a tower candle, dedicate that to the altar. And I have always been taught to put only people who are transitioned on that altar. And don't, like, if you're in the picture with the person, then you wouldn't put that picture on there. You would put a picture where it's just them. I personally, because we are diaspora, and because in the diaspora, we have to adjust these ancient traditions to what is happening to us. Like going back to what we talked about earlier, I am present. In this present moment, there are so many people who are adopted, or they were foster cared. They were not raised up in their family of origin. I say put those ancestors on your altar. Now, I do say invite your ancestors of light from the lineage, if someone doesn't have, if you're adopted, you don't know your family of origin, just invite the ancestors of light. Please don't put any symbol there until I figure this out. I have a friend that put a symbol, and this symbol like created a whole energetic mess. It was a silhouette. And so it was like, no more silhouettes. Don't put a silhouette to represent the ancestor. We'll just say ancestor. You could write maybe on a white piece of paper, ancestors of light, if you don't know them. And a plant is always a good thing to put on the altar, because then you can pour libations. You can put a glass of water and refreshen the water. And the altar, just remember, is about making that connection. It's a place where you can energetically connect. But what I always tell people is the altar really represents the altar in you. Okay. You are actually the living altar. But it's good to have these altar spaces. I do believe they are energetic portals that hold real energy. In one of the traditions, or my Sacred Feminine Mysteries, the Goddess tradition, one of the things we do is we activate these circles. And within that circle is like where we go do our work, where we go work with our guides. And you see a lot of priests and priestesses. I don't know about in Africa, but I know in the diaspora, we use a mat. And that mat, if you've ever gotten a reading from, say, for instance, a priest or priestess that is in the E5 tradition, they will sit on a mat and maybe even have you sit at the end of the mat. And the mat represents, it's like a portal. That's the best way I can describe it. Look, that's it. I'm gonna buy me a fan. Yes. I think this is really such a goddess thing, but I always have seen the Oshuns. I just think it's very feminine, but you definitely will see the Oshuns. All right. So Azizi, oh, that's good. Yeah, read what Azizi said. It's my time. I'm present and forgiving. Ashe, oh, Bohemian Bell. Yes. Azizi's giving you some good, let me see, where is Kima? Okay, Kima is looking on YouTube, so you can see Azizi's comments. I'm biracial, Black, white, Native. I don't know anything about any ancestry. And I just think it's related to connecting with your ancestors of light. Some of them will teach you. Y'all let me know if you've ever seen an ancestor come to you in your dream. I had one come to me in my dream. But yeah, like I believe that we have cosmic ancestors. I think that's one of the reasons I love astrology. I think I'm connected to the cosmic ancestors. And y'all know, for those who've been keeping up with me, I'm all into Nut, the sky goddess. And I just think it's because there's like some ancestors out there. I just feel it, right? It's really more about the wisdom and the support that the ancestors provide. Because at the end of the day, what I have learned about this journey, which I'm into the journey of self-discovery, know yourself, is at the end of the day, it's about continuing to step out of every identity that you align with, every identity, every label that you have. It's about stepping out from that. And until you get to a point where you're like, okay, honestly, I am infinite potential. However, I'm going to just play around with these different identities to have different experiences while I'm in the space-time continuum. But the ultimate identity is I'm infinite potential. The more we become, the more we transcend labels, then it's easier to come back in and realize, okay, this is why I have that label. So for instance, understanding, why did I incarnate with this particular identity, right? Maybe there's some lessons I came here to learn, right? But how do I express, my giftedness Everyone's identity is a gift. Whatever you incarnated in, first and foremost, we chose it. But secondly, it's our gift. It's our gift. No matter what the world says to you, no matter what labels the world tries to put on you, this is your gift, right? And so the question is, why did I choose this? Like we were talking about earlier with our gifts, our art. And so, from your identity, you are able to express fill in the blank in such a beautiful and masterful way, right? You could not know this. You could not do this without that particular identity. And so that's something that I would say, yeah, the ancestors, they're going to support you in making sure that happens. And that's what matters, honestly, at the end of the day, the most. Ancestors show me what I need to do. Ancestors, I'm struggling. I'll tell when y'all see me looking that direction, I'm looking at my ancestors. What's up? What y'all want me to do? Or I'll be like, thank you, ancestors, And I don't know all my ancestors. I really don't. And I tell them all the ancestors of light. I don't care what part of me you come from, or, what part of me I extend from you. You got to help this sister right here, right now. Right. To me, it's the help and the support that matters the most. It's that connection. It's that relationship. Omi Tutu. I love it. Yes. Isis and Yemaya, they're the same energy. Shango and Oya, they working it out up there, Azizi. Change how you see yourself and others. Yes. Hey, Voodoo Priestess Nana. When you do your altar, is it possible to feel spirit in your home? And can bad energy also come in? So I just believe that I control the energy that is here. And I remember when I first started on my journey, let's see here. This was like around 2002, 2003. I had this horrible dream about this uncle of mine who, let's just say, I don't know if my uncle was an ancestor of light when he first crossed over. Okay. And he would come into my dream. And I was doing all this, I was new, very, very new, right? And he would always fight my husband. I'm like, what is this about? Why does this uncle keep coming in like this? Right. But fortunately, my husband always won, which gave me hope. And so I started saying, hey, look, I send you light and love and I send you on your way, but you cannot stay here. I send you light and love. I send you on your way, but you cannot stay here. Whenever I would feel this, because I do believe, let me not get sidetracked. I send you light and love and I send you on your way. And the energy would go away. And I think, I was going ahead and say this. What I was taught is sometimes they will hang around us because they know we're of light. I send you light and love and I send you on your way. That's one thing I do with my ancestral rituals. You can't stay here. If you dark, and sometimes I'll be doing like that. It's like, what is that? I'm feeling, hey, I know spirit of chaos and confusion. That ain't my ancestors of light. If there's a dark disease here, you cannot stay. I send you on your way with light and love towards your healing, but you can't hang around me. That's exactly how I talk to them. Right. And then I talk to my ancestors of light. I know y'all got my back. Ancestors of light. Before I really got it, I remember, and I started looking for proof. That's another thing. I'm looking for proof. Spiritual scientist. I would be eating something and food would go flying out my hand. Because, I knew I was supposed to be feeding my ancestors or whatever. And I started just saying, okay, when I noticed that, let me work with my ancestors of light. And pour libations, pour libations. Give you thanks, ancestors. I honor you, ancestors. Thank you for letting me stand on your shoulders, ancestors, right? Light the white candles. Day in and day out, I'm talking to my ancestors of light. It's just like a relationship, If I choose to be in relationship with negative people, trust me, that's exactly who I will be dealing with on a day-to-day basis. If I choose to be in relationship with people who are, positive, and it's a relationship that edifies me, that's where I find myself. And when I don't feel that, it will get dismissed, because that's just the way I say, I'm just hanging out with people of light. And so it's the same thing with spirits. If y'all have ever read this book called Initiation, now this one is by a lady named Jenkins. There's one Elizabeth Haich. I'm not talking about that one, even though that's a very powerful one. This one is called Initiation. I found it at the dollar store of all places. And she was down in Peru, and it was some powerful energies that were running that shaman and her. And they finally got to the point where they were like, we ain't gonna let you come down here and tell us what to do. All right. And I was like, that is such a good example of, okay, this is what you gonna do. You're not gonna come up in here. You're gonna leave. And I send you on your way with light and love towards your healing. I've never feared it, ever. Once I crossed over here, never only believed that I had ancestors of light hanging around me, because I have some good ancestors too. I don't know all of them. It was my grandma, my mama, and my grandfathers, my grandmothers, actually, both my grandmothers over there. And so, yeah, I just say, and then I had the experience of actually, my ancestors of light showed me they were here. And I just say, back in the day, this was the norm. We have been trained to think, oh, it's so easy to call in bad energy. That's just the world trying to make us scared and stay away from our power. And so I just say, believe in the light. Believe in your ancestors of light. They're with you anyway, is what I believe. So let's see here. I have not ever experienced, I've experienced past life times, but not through somebody regressing me. I know other lifetimes that I've had. I like to think of each of us as notes and melodies in a cosmic symphony. We are all different and needed. See, y'all, that's why I told y'all better look Keisha up on Instagram. That's some poetry right there, Keisha. I like to think of us as notes, each of us as notes and melodies in a cosmic symphony. My God, we are all different and all needed. Ashe, Keisha. Ashe. I don't know about ancestors, but higher self will smack me out of nowhere while I'm cooking or cleaning with some major insight. And I would literally facepalm myself. Bohemian, you're cracking me up. Omeo, what's up, Ashley? Yes. Invoke the guardians at the door. Yep. Thank you, grandmas. We love you. Ashe. You're welcome. Yes. I heard a scientist say something similar about the universe being a symphony just earlier today. See, synchronicity. And in the Mayan oracle, I don't use this at all, but there's always this harmonic, it's like harmonic wisdom or something like that. I used to take piano, but I don't always use it because I'm like, ooh. Shout out to Grandma Bessie, Azizi. Look at that. Yes, Grandma Bessie. All right, sisters and Joey. I am Galactic Tones. I love that. I love it. Y'all are amazing. I'm going to run because, yes, I need to take care of a few things. Wow. It's almost 7:00. And I'm not tired. It's just I know I need to take care of some stuff because I was caught up earlier today with some Mercury retrograde stuff, and I'm trying to get it straight. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here this evening. And yes, please always remember goddessbodymindspirit.com if you need a reading. Also, I would love to have you join the inner circle. I do have a special. If you pay for the year in advance, you get a mini reading is what I call it. It's a 30-minute reading. Love y'all too. But that's my gift to you for paying in full. You are welcome. Thank y'all for connecting with me. And so, yeah, I would love to have you in the inner circle or to do a reading for you. And there's also this thing called Art Noir Fest. Noir. I can't say it in French, y'all. I'm sorry. Look it up. It might be of interest to you, especially if you like the arts. One of my friends is actually putting it on. That's how I found out about it. So yeah, look that up. What I've seen so far with the dancing, I think you'll see quite a few dancing. I don't know everything that's going to be in there. I'm sorry. But I do know you're going to see dancing because she's a dancer. It's very artsy, and it's celebrating the joy of, I'm going to say Black people. It might be African Americans, but I think it's Black people, which to me, I make the distinction because, for instance, my friend from Haiti, yes, she's Black, but she's an immigrant from Haiti. She ain't never going to drop that Haitian title. So she's like, I'm Black. I'm like, cool, not a problem, not a problem. Anywho, that's what Art Noir Fest is celebrating. I think it'll touch your soul. What I saw earlier today, I was like, wow, that's freaking amazing. And it's all online. So if you didn't get to do your festival, look at this. In the moon in Aquarius today, because Aquarius is like, it may not necessarily be festival, but it's about gatherings or whatever, big group gatherings. And it's virtual. So Aquarian for 2020. So yeah, check that out. Check out Keisha's poetry. Okay, we got another Haitian in the house. What's up, Haiti? What's up? We talked about Dambala earlier. Yambaloo, I love that dance style. Yambaloo. Who knows Yambaloo? Who knows Yambaloo? So yes, those in the inner circle, I will see you on Monday. We're going to connect on Monday. And for those of you who are here and you're not yet in the inner circle, we will connect again next Friday. And I look forward to that. Also, you can get on my email list. I typically send out an email on Monday, Tuesday, just to kind of share some insider wisdom using my writing skills because I do like to write. So always feel free to join the newsletter, goddessbodymindspirit.com. You can find a way to join there. We're getting started on the moon. Okay. I love it. I love it. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful weekend. And let's continue to count our blessings. Let's look for, just all the beauty, all the wonder, all the glory. All of it. All of it. Let's look for it, fam. It's there. Find the good and praise it. Hey, y'all take care. Your Goddess Guru out. Love y'all. Peace.